Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is keeping well and having a lovely week. So you join me on the 17th of March. It is St. Patrick's Day and I'm coming at you with another prep vlog. I mean, obviously, because my life is prep right now, let's be real. So every vlog I do, there's going to be prep updates in there, but yeah, it has been a very eventful couple of days since my last vlog. So I know I left off my last vlog telling you guys I was feeling quite low energy, like my mood was quite low, I was digging. Obviously off the back of that, we did do a couple of days of just like digging and getting as much body fat off as normal, just like being in a calorie deficit, obviously. Off the back of that, we did get some new lows. So if you were watching my last vlog, by the end of it, I was like pretty low energy. But I was like waking up to like new lows every single morning. So I just have my tracker up just so I can give you guys the specifics of it all. But for reference, I was in the 63s at the start of last week and I basically trended my way down into the 62s. So the high 63s into like the mid 62s within that kind of week, which I felt it big time. For reference, like I've never been under 62.5 kilos in my adult life. Like every diet I've done, I've kind of stopped around that kind of ballpark of 62.5 to 63. Like I've never been under that. So I think like my body is definitely shifting a gear right now in terms of conditioning wise. So I did feel it. Like I did feel it those last couple of days, like the last week in general. So we kept digging anyway. I checked in Saturday as normal with a little update. I was kind of predicting I was going to get a refeed, but we decided to like just let the 62s hold for a couple of days and just really kind of like make sure, you know, we're solidifying that we're in the 62s before doing a refeed. So I then checked in yesterday, which was Monday, and we decided to run some high days. So I ran a rest day high day yesterday and a training day high day today. So 300 carb yesterday, 350 carb today. So I am just back from the gym. I went to the gym and trained this morning. I had such a good session. Again, is it placebo? Potentially, but I honestly at this point I don't think it is, because I felt fuller. Like I was even like looking at myself in the mirror, like my delts were like way fuller. I didn't even train delts, you know, just from even holding weights. I got a good pump in general. I obviously didn't do cardio yesterday either, and I didn't do cardio today. So that in itself has also just like kind of allowed me to feel a little bit more energized alongside 10k steps only. And I will check in the morning and hopefully I will look better, because guys, when I checked in on Saturday, I was so flat. Like I felt like I couldn't even pose properly. That's how I know. That's always such a good indicator for me that I need a little something, because if I can't pose and I genuinely just cannot connect my body to my brain, I am officially 10 weeks and 4 days out from my first show. So I do believe we will be pushing now for the next little while. I'm in prep 13 weeks now. It's gone by the blink of an eye. I'm definitely just going to try and enjoy these weeks that I have and just really soak it all in, because I definitely don't want to be like wishing my prep away at all, because it's something that's so special to me and I'm enjoying it so much so far. So I want to just make sure I'm continuing that kind of chilled approach now that we are getting to like the closer end of prep finishing. So yeah, I'm just going to keep my head screwed on, do what my coach says, and yeah, just bring my absolute best. I did go to the gym earlier than normal because I didn't want to get caught up in any parades or anything, like driving to or from the gym. So I'm home now. I still have a decent amount of work to do. I'm setting up a new lady who is joining my team, which I'm super excited for. And yeah, I'm gonna crack into that now. I'm gonna have my post-workout meal as well. Oh, by the way, I would have showed you guys my breakfast this morning, which was my overnight Weetabix as always. My pre-workout meal, which I will put on the screen as like an overlay now, was my usual pre-workout meal, but I had 120 grams of bagel instead of my usual 50 grams of bagel. So there's been a difference there. Now I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna have my oats, which I'll show you guys. We'll do a little bit of a full day of eating. I'll show you guys my meals today anyway, but it is literally the same as what I'm always eating, except just a little bit more. And I'm gonna have rice for my dinner later. So I'll show you guys my meals. You guys can see what I'm getting up to, and I will take you guys along for a couple of days in the life as normal. But if you guys are enjoying these videos, please make sure you give them a thumbs up. It means the absolute world to me when you guys like my videos. Obviously make sure you subscribe. I do have a goal of getting to 200 subscribers by the end of March, so if you want to make my dreams happen, make sure you subscribe, because I know there is a lot of you watching this right now who are not subscribed, so go down and subscribe. Also, my biggest decision of the day is always what protein that I want with my oats. I have been loving coconut cream recently, and this chocolate peanut butter, but these ones are also good. So this is cookies and cream, white chocolate hazelnut, but I'm gonna do another order. So any Perform Whey recommendations that you guys have, drop them in the comments below and help a gal out. So making my whey paste, put your protein powder in a little cup and add tiny little bits of water. So I don't actually weigh it out, but I just kind of eyeball it. So just adding a little bit at a time and stir. The key thing here is making sure that you don't add too much, because you cannot take water out, but you can add water in. So I'm gonna obviously add a little bit more into that until it's like a thicker kind of paste consistency. It doesn't sound very delicious. I'm aware of that, but it is delicious. So perfect. I kind of have the consistency nailed. I always know how much water to use now, but this is kind of the paste consistency that you should be aiming for, and just give it a good mix, and then you can pour that on top of your oats and it is delicious. I wouldn't recommend doing this with any other protein powder like brand. Perform Whey works the best. So that's what we got going on. Got my cold oats just out of the fridge, and I'm gonna put raspberries on top. So 50 grams. I also have 100 grams of banana with this. This is so big, guys. And then I've also got 20 grams of peanut butter. Name a better combo. Peanut butter and banana is so good. We have meal number 3. So 120 grams of oats, 100 grams of banana, 50 grams of raspberries, 20 grams of peanut butter, and 20 grams of coconut cream whey protein. Okay, so I just showered and finished my check-ins. Richard is home, so he went to the gym. But yesterday, I don't know, I just took a notion to make energy balls. So you said it to me, sorry, Richard is here by the way, say hi.
Hi.
So he said it to me the other day that like he really wants to make, you know, the like little like energy balls, like flaxseed.
Was it 30 grams of coconut?
Yeah, 30. Like flaxseed, like out of oats. And so I went into the shop yesterday and I got coconut, chocolate chips, flax seeds, maple syrup, and I was like, I'm gonna just make them for you, because funnily enough, when I was like 16, I worked in a smoothie bar, and we used to like make smoothies and like all that kind of like snacky bits as well. Like we made energy balls and like dark chocolate and date covered stuff and whatever. So I was like, I actually know how to make them quite well, and it's so easy. So I'm going to show you guys. So basically it's super easy, there's no cooking involved. So in here we have how many? 80 grams?
80 grams of oats.
Yeah.
30 grams of chocolate chips. 30 grams of coconut. 20 grams of flax seeds. It's meant to be chia seeds, but
yeah.
Then we have 30 grams of syrup.
Okay, go on ahead. There's literally no cooking involved.
And it's so nice.
Yeah.
32 grams.
Yeah, and then...
And then we need flavour drops.
Yeah, I do less than you did yesterday though.
Less flavour drops?
Yeah, like tired us a little bit.
Like what?
Like... Yeah, it's loads. Actually, I did have a little taste of one yesterday.
And now what?
I'm not gonna lie. So you're gonna have to get your hands dirty now, and yeah, it's the worst ever. When I remember when, yeah, we're gonna need to buy gloves. No, we're literally gonna need to buy gloves because it just sticks to you. And they're so easy to make. The only thing is, obviously, there's no protein in them. But if anyone is like bulking right now and you need like low volume,
it's 1,000 calories.
A low volume snack, they're great. Like they're great. It's like 1,000 calories for
8 balls.
8, yeah, we kind of like made 8 out of that I just showed you. So if anyone wants the recipe, comment below and I'll actually like send it to you in a message so you guys can try them. But I'm definitely going to be using those my next building phase because I can't eat oats in a building phase, like a bowl of oats, because I'm just not hungry. Like I just can't, it's just too much volume, whereas these are so handy to eat. So if anyone wants the recipe, let me know. I look wrecked, actually. I do. My mom said my face is getting leaner. She doesn't like that. Okay guys, so we have, what's on the TV? An ad.
Yeah.
Oh, you're watching Gordon Ramsay. What's new? So I have meal 4. I have 100 grams of dry weight rice, 130 grams of veg, and 110 grams of chicken. So this is meant to, oh no, sorry, it is meant to be rice. It is on my meal plan as rice, but yesterday it was like 400 grams of potato or something, and I just done pasta, like 80 grams of pasta instead. I just find potato really, really hard to eat in high amounts because the volume of it, and I could easily eat 400 grams of potato, and don't get me wrong, like I'm hungry, but my tummy can't handle it. I think this is one thing that people don't really talk about enough, is how your digestive system kind of, not that it changes, but like you definitely can't handle as much food in one sitting when you're consistently eating low food in prep, you know? Like my body is used to very small meals, so for me to just throw in an influx of like a lot of carbohydrates at once, it's just a lot, and it can kind of upset my digestive system a little bit. So I'm just being cautious of that. I'm not having issues with it, but I don't want to run into issues with it. So I'm just being more selective with my carb sources and just making sure they're things that are easy to digest. You know, if we end up running high days that have even more carbs, I could even like add honey onto this instead of adding more rice, or raisins, dates in my oats instead of having more oats. So just little things like that you kind of need to be cautious of, and you need to just be in tune with your own body and know what works for you. This is why I always recommend before starting a prep that you're actually adherent to a meal plan, but not even so much a meal plan, but like foods that you know sit well, and you are going into that prep knowing the food sources that work for you and the ones that don't. So I'm gonna eat this now, gonna watch some TV. My steps are done for the day. It feels so weird to not have any more steps to do, but steps are done, work is done. And yeah, we're just gonna have a chill evening. We'll probably run to the shop later on because we need.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, literally every. So I was in the shop earlier. Don't get me wrong. I was in the shop earlier, but there's always something. So go to the shop later on, and then tomorrow is check-in day, and we'll see how we're looking, how we're feeling, and what the plan is for the next couple of weeks, probably. Guys, so it is in fact the next day now. It is Wednesday. I think I left off with you guys yesterday afternoon. So yeah, obviously you guys saw my high day yesterday. I also had my high day on Monday. So just to give you guys a little update on how they went. I know I kind of chatted through it yesterday anyway, but essentially, as I was saying, the back end of last week I was super tired, and we just gave me a couple of carbs just to kind of liven me up a little bit. I was obviously super depleted as well, and I obviously checked in this morning and I feel way better, and seeing a little bit more fullness in my physique this morning was nice. Sorry, apologies if I look really red, I did just do a sunbed. Sorry. But I was really happy with my shots this morning. We look so much better. I actually look tighter, which is a great thing because obviously it means that my muscles are pressing up against the skin a lot more, so it is creating a fuller, tighter look, which is essentially one of the main reasons why we are running refeeds for me right now, alongside obviously like protecting my training and just making sure I'm actually connecting with my muscles in the gym. So yeah, all around it was a really good 2 days, but we are back to digging right now. It's not digging, like I'm still fine, I'm still eating like 1700 calories a day, but that's still relative to me, like that's still a calorie deficit for me, you know. And I think when people see maybe girls like myself, like I'm obviously taller, I have a lot of muscle, like, you know, seeing me eating 1700 calories a day, like that would be a surplus for smaller girls, you know. So it's really important that you don't compare your calories to someone else's. There could be a girl the same height as me having to eat less or eating more, you know. Like I know girls who are way shorter than me, way more muscle, and they can diet on 2000 calories, you know. It really is dependent on you as an individual, and this is why having a coach is so important. Like having a coach who understands your body and a coach that you have worked with for a prolonged period of time before jumping into a diet or a prep is crucial, so they actually know your body. And yeah, like I know, like Emma knows me so well at this point. I know my clients so well. The girls I have competing in 2027, what are they doing now? They're currently working with me, and they have been working with me for months, if not over a year, some of them. We have done several phases. I know their bodies, been talking to them daily for the last however many months, you know. So it's really important to like know not only your own body, but also allowing your coach to know your body before a prep. So Emma knows how I respond after getting more food. She knows how I respond when I'm really tired, you know. So it is just really, really important to have an understanding and to be working with your coach before. So very, very happy with the fact that yeah, I'll be with my coach almost 3 years, you know, before competing. I'm not saying you need to be as extreme as I am, but it does help. The longer the better. In my opinion, the best results come from a longer coach-client relationship, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm about to go into the gym and train upper now. I'm going to record it for you guys. Hopefully I'm going to get a good pump. We have also decided to start taking post-workout shots, so I'm going to try and like find somewhere in the gym that I can do that, because it's not the kind of gym where I'm going to get in my bikini in the middle of the gym floor, but potentially just the changing rooms for now. But we'll see. Just want to see how I look after training. I tend to look better after training the day after a refeed. That's usually where I'm noticing I get my best look. The days of the refeeds, I don't necessarily look that much different. It's usually the days after, which again is really good data for us to know when it comes to actually peaking. Oh my god, my battery is flashing. Okay, I won't be recording today's session then, will I? I feel like my energy in the first couple of clips of this video were not great, so I do apologise. Like, I suppose I just want to put it out there, like, I'm sure over the next little while, like, there will be videos of mine where I'm not going to be as peppy, as energetic, but I'm also not going to fake it either. Like, I'm just going to come on here, I press record, I don't put on an act, and I'm going to just continue being me, even though, you know, the next couple of weeks there will be obviously harder moments and lower moments. I'm not, like, I was honestly going to scrap the first half of this video and I was just going to pretend I was starting the vlog today, but also that wouldn't be very authentic of me, you know, and I want to just show the actual process of what is involved in a prep. So yeah, just so you guys are aware, obviously I want to keep it real, but I know you guys want that anyway. I never want to be that girl who comes on and paints prep to be this like super easy thing, because it is not. It is hard. So that being said, I'm going to go in, I'm going to train, I'll catch up with you guys after and we'll go from there. Okay guys, so I'm just finished my session. I'm going to talk a little bit later on anyway when I get home, because I do want to go home and eat, but oh my god, I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like I'm going backwards. It was literally one of those sessions where every time I looked, I got a glimpse of myself in the mirror. I was like, I don't know if I want to do the show. I don't know if I want to compete this year. Like, I'm having one of those days, which I'll talk a little bit about later on, I think, because I think it would be good for me to like talk about this in depth, because I know it is something that affects people all the time, right? Body image is such a huge thing. I did also have to take like post-workout shots in the changing room, which I've never done before. And I think the lighting threw me off. I don't look how I look at home. Just an accumulation of things. Like, I genuinely wanted to cry that entire session. It's probably the first head wobble I've had. Yeah, and even like this morning I was texting Emma back and forth. I was like, I don't know about like my glutes. Like, I don't feel good today. Body image wise. Everything else wise, I'm fine. But this is just the reality. So I'm going to drive home, I'm going to eat my post-workout meal, and I'll probably sit down and like talk about this a little bit, because I feel like some of you guys might relate to it, or you might find it helpful to hear me kind of talk about how I'm feeling. But it is what it is. So as you guys know, today has definitely been a rougher kind of body image day, and I wanted to actually talk about this properly, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of feeling like this all week, and I'm kind of just like, I was putting off vlogging at the start of the week. I started vlogging later in the week. Usually I'd have this video up today, but like I just was putting it off because I wanted to wait until I felt better to start vlogging. And I was like, you know what, no, like I'm not going to get into this habit of like, if I don't feel good, I'm not going to vlog, because I want this channel to be me being honest about how I'm feeling at every point of my journey. And I know even I'm going to watch back at this video in a couple of weeks and be like, oh my god, remember like back then when I felt this way? Like, it's temporary. And there's one thing I say to my clients all of the time is everything is temporary. Every phase, every emotion, every feeling, it is temporary. And instead of trying to ignore and almost pretend like they're not negative, because I feel like there's no such thing really as a negative emotion, because they're all necessary, right? We're humans. Emotions fluctuate, but there's something to be learned from everything. And if you're constantly just brushing everything to the side or neglecting areas of your life, for me, like I was gonna neglect vlogging because I didn't feel like I liked my check-in pictures. Like, it's just so silly for me to do that. But yeah, I want to be honest about this kind of stage of prep that I'm in, because I feel like this stage of prep, in my opinion, is probably the hardest, because as I was saying earlier, I'm not lean, but I'm lean, but I'm not like where I'm not stage condition, and I'm also not like off season, you know, like I'm in this weird stage where we're driving for fat loss, but I don't really see the outcomes happening all the time. Yes, my scales is coming down, but I like have like these prep goggles on at the minute where I don't think I'm actually looking leaner, which is ridiculous because I know I am, and this is why having a coach is so important, to kind of keep you on track. But yeah, I was feeling okay this morning, I won't lie. Like, I felt okay about my pictures this morning, but today's definitely been my first head wobble. Like, I was kind of getting in my own head, and I was like, oh my god, like I just need so much more muscle. And I'm kind of falling into this trap of like comparing myself to professional athletes. Like, I'm literally looking at the best of the best and feeling bad that I don't look like them, or feeling like I'm not good enough to compete because I don't look like them. But in reality, it's so ridiculous, because of course I don't look like a pro. I'm not a pro. I am a first time competitor. And like, I just had to remind myself of that today, like, especially like looking at my back pose. It's something that I'm kind of like, it's the area that I need to improve on most, is like actually bigger glutes, more density. And I was kind of getting my own head like, oh my god, like, should I just go back into a building phase? Like, I don't think I'm ready for prep. But in reality, if I just keep putting off the goal, I'm never going to get feedback. Like, and I was just kind of thinking about if this was any other area of my life. Like, I started posting on social media like 2.5 years ago ish, and if you scroll back on my Instagram, my first videos are embarrassing. Like, I don't know how to talk to a camera. I'm super awkward. Like, embarrassment is the cost of entry. And I'm not saying me stepping on stage is going to be embarrassing, because it's not. I've worked really hard and I know I do have a good physique, you know, and I'm not saying that I don't, but I know in 10 years when I'm looking back at this first show, I'm going to be like, oh my god, like you were so small, like you're so cute kind of vibe. So like doing something for the first time, of course it's going to feel scary and you're never going to feel ready. But if there's one thing that I do know about imposter syndrome, is it is not something to be feared. If you're feeling imposter syndrome about something, that is your sign to fucking run towards it and do it, because you're never going to feel ready. You are never going to feel ready, and it's something I'm trying to remind myself of this week. Like, yeah, of course I'm not where I want to be, right? I want to be bigger. I want to look better. I want to have more muscle, but also those things will come with time. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't step on stage. And yeah, it's just all the thoughts were going on in my brain this morning. So I'm glad I've kind of come out of it now. Today, like, I kind of spent this afternoon, well, I've been super busy first of all, so I haven't actually had a chance to even really think about it too much, which if you keep yourself busy, that's great. But I am feeling a little bit more positive now. I've spoken to people about it today, just like my close circle, and I do feel a lot better. But if there's anyone out there now, like, you know, whether you're dieting, whether you're in a prep, photo shoot, bodybuilding prep, whatever it might be, and you're having these days where you want to just give up and like you just don't feel like you're ready, you don't feel like you're good enough, I promise you they will pass. And yeah, giving up is the only way you will fail. You know, if you don't give up and you literally take one day at a time, you will make progress and you will move forward. Like, I know for me, I literally just want to focus on each day as it comes at this point, especially at this point in prep where, you know, I'm still 10 weeks out, you know. 10 weeks can feel like a long time, but if I'm thinking about 10-week like timeline, that feels scary and long. But if I think about literally the today and what I need to do today, that's all I need to worry about, and just getting through every single day. And I know when the time comes, I'm going to be ready and I'm going to be exactly where I need to be, and I'm going to look the best I've ever looked in my entire life. So yeah, there's been a lot of emotions happening in this vlog, and I feel like this vlog is all over the place, and I'm kind of putting pressure on myself, and like I just want to make these vlogs like perfect, when in reality like nobody's life is perfect. So I hope you guys don't find these boring, because yeah, I just want to be honest and authentic, and I want to be myself, and I want to genuinely help people through these vlogs. And by me sharing my struggles, I do hope that you guys also feel seen, and yeah, you can take a little bit of info from. I'm feeling better this evening, I won't lie. Today was rough in terms of body image, but I'm feeling a lot better now, focusing on what I can control and literally just executing the plan. Good morning, guys. It is in fact the next day, so it is Thursday morning, and as you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit chirpier this morning than I did yesterday. So I woke up this morning 63.1, so 0.4 down from yesterday. So obviously off the back of my refeed, I gained a kilo, so I basically have like 0.4 of that off already now. I am literally, as you can see, I'm in my posing bikini. I was just practicing some rounds of posing. I've been finding myself just like constantly practicing my routine, but kind of neglecting holding comparisons and stuff. So I was just doing a little bit of that this morning, and I actually done it to the Arnold's comparisons of Lauralee, Ashlyn and Amy. So if I can like keep up with them, I think I'll be good, but I definitely couldn't keep up with them today. But I'm gonna just like keep practicing comparisons now, because obviously your routine is judged, I'm pretty sure, but like they're obviously properly judging you in comparison, so I'm just trying to practice that as best as I can. But other than that, I had my breakfast this morning, I done a little bit of work. It is meant to be a lovely day today, so myself and Richard is actually off today, so we will probably go out on a lovely walk later, and yeah, it's going to be a better day. I am channeling more positive vibes, because I know the last couple of days I've been kind of getting in my own head about how I'm looking, and like I'm just over analysing my physique, and it's put me in quite a negative headspace, I'm not gonna lie. But I am changing that today. Remember, you have the ability to change your perspective on how you're looking at your life, whether it be your situation, your physique, your job, whatever it might be. And I know it's like sometimes it is a little bit more difficult than just like changing your perspective. I get that people do have other like problems that can't just be changed by mindset, but I know the issue that I'm having right now in terms of like negatively speaking towards myself, I can change that at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm just going to try and enjoy this prep. I don't want to get to the end of this prep and look back and say I literally hated myself every second of it, because that is not a vibe. So I'm going to have a better day today. We are going to change that, and I'm already feeling a little bit better. Just done with my leg session, which you guys would have seen. I recorded the session, which I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm pretty sure you may have seen that session before, but I mean, that's the reality of it. Like, I'm a bodybuilder. I'm not here to give you guys workout inspiration, different workouts every week. Well, I do hope I'm giving you guys inspiration that sticking to the same program for a long period of time is what drives results, because that is facts. But yeah, really good session put down, guys. The contrast in how I'm feeling today in comparison to how I was feeling over the last couple of days is wild. And I was actually like thinking about scrapping the entire video, and just like starting fresh today, but I'm like, no, like I don't want to just show my good days. But I woke up this morning, I practiced some posing, and I was actually so much happier with how I look. And if there's one thing that I really want this video to show you guys, is that your body image is going to change, right? No matter what phase you're in, whether you're dieting, whether you're in a building phase, whether you're at maintenance, you are going to have days where you don't feel good, and you will have days where you do feel good. So try not to put so much emphasis on one certain day or one certain look, because it will fluctuate. And yeah, it's okay to be a little bit annoyed and upset, but I do think whenever I have a spell like that again, I'm not going to allow myself to let it seep into every area of my life and convince myself that I'm a failure in everything I do, because that is not true. And yeah, I'm just gonna try my best to focus on actually taking actions every day rather than like just focusing solely on my look. The thing is with bodybuilding, at the end of the day, it is about what you look like, and we all are very obsessed with what we look like, let's be real, as bodybuilders. But at this point in prep, I'm not meant to look good. Like, I am meant to look good and ready when I step on stage. Now I'm doing that work all I'm essentially doing now is doing the work so I look good on the day of my show. I'm not meant to look peaked or ready right now, so I'm just trying to allow myself to just go through the motions, but actually enjoy the process of doing that. So I'm gonna go home, have my post-workout meal. I have a call as well to do today, and yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. But I am so much better of a mood now. Oh my god, this video has been a roller coaster of emotions. I do apologise in advance, but it is what it is. I'm just a girl. I'm showing my life. That's what you signed up for when you subscribe to this channel. Okay, so it is later on, and I am just coming on to wrap up this week's video. I obviously want to thank you all so much for watching. Apologies for my several crash outs throughout this video, but I just edited it there, and I'm like, you know what, like, I want to be the person to show these kind of weeks. Like, I want to be the channel that you guys come to, whether you're also a first timer, whether you're doing your first photo shoot, whether you're dieting for the first time, whether you're taking any new step in life for the first time. I just want to be the person to like just be myself and be authentic, and like also show you guys that I'm human. Like, yes, I am a fantastic coach. I know my shit when it comes to getting people in shape. I know how to get in shape, and I have done for the last 5 years. I have been the most disciplined version of myself, but also it doesn't mean that you don't struggle, you know, and I still want to show that I am in fact human. So hopefully you guys can relate to me in this video. But if you guys have anything in particular that you want me to film or show you guys or talk about, I am always open to suggestions. Message me either on Instagram privately, or you can obviously drop them down in the comments below. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining me for another week. Next week is going to be exciting. So I'm going to the UK for my bikini consultation, and I'm going to take you guys along, of course. So I will catch you then, and peace out.